Welcome to Parental Advisory. I'm your host, Shana Mwesige, where I come to debate and have very meaningful and interesting conversations about youthful Gen Z topics with my parents. Joining me today again is my dad, Solomon Mwesige. How are you?
I'm doing great, and you?
Of course, I'm amazing. Okay, not amazing, but like, I'm there.
I don't like the debate part of it. You can't debate with your parents? You come to do what?
Yes, I've come to debate you and you're not aware? Like, come on, Dad. Don't tease me here on TV. You're going to make me think I'm in trouble. Am I?
Big one. Big one. Big trouble. Big trouble. Uh-huh.
Oh, but yeah.
So you can come and argue with your parents.
Not argue. Debate. Like, you say your side, I say my side, and then like we'll come to like a consensus on whose side is correct.
What's the difference between argument and debate?
Like an argument, like you're rude and like you're throwing words, but I'm not really necessarily throwing words.
You are saying words.
No, but like politely. As politely as I can. Granted, some of these topics can get us a bit heated.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you may end up in trouble here.
Especially today's topic. It's a very nice one.
Really?
Okay. Very well requested, because I remember doing a very small poll, and a lot of people actually gave... Today, actually, we don't even have 3 burning questions. We have at least 5 or 6. So it's going to be an interesting one.
Let's see how we handle that.
Okay.
I did a course, actually, on how to ask good questions.
Really?
So you also get ready.
Oh,
get ready
you're
for
going
this.
to be asking me back.
Get ready for this.
Come on, Dad.
I did a whole course on that.
But you know, Dad, you've been sending me to debate abroad since I was around 15 years old. Also, get ready for me. And I'm one of the best, so...
No, guys, we are just going to talk. Don't expect...
No, we're not going to fight, please.
I don't want to be in trouble. Because if I've sent you abroad, how many countries?
No, so it makes me seem prideful that I have to count, but...
You started with Uganda, definitely.
No, I started in Uganda, then I debated in Qatar, then I debated in Sweden, in the US, and most recently South Africa.
So how can I debate with you? I've never debated anywhere.
But you have your course on how to ask good questions.
Okay. Let's go for it.
But even before that, you know, in the last episode we talked about dating men with hair, but a lot of people wanted to know what your thoughts on that were, even before getting to what we're doing today.
Should I remind you?
Of?
Somebody that came wanting to take one of our girls. Where was he from? Europe? US somewhere? That young boy, brownish with...
Oh, with the nice hair?
Not nice hair.
No, like the hair was so neatly organized in dreadlocks, keeping it neat.
Remind the people, what did I tell you?
You asked, but I remember you said that you acted confused and you said, oh, I thought that you're here to bring your man, why am I seeing 2 women here? And then you chased him away.
I told him to come back when his hair is done.
So me, I can't even try that.
Did he do the hair? Yes, he did. You want my girl, you are going to do the hair right. So
for anyone that wants me, what do you have to say to the people on the camera?
You will do the hair right. A man with dreadlocks, I don't know, whatever, you can have an afro, that is okay, but you don't twist it.
Okay, what if like they have a nice afro and they hold it in a puff? That's also okay.
Men's hair should show that you're a man, the way men look, and like these new... But you know, I would confuse you for a drug addict.
Oh.
You know, exactly. This,
okay.
Look here. Our musicians here, they do those dreadlocks, they puff, weed, red eyes.
Oh,
so yes.
Did you say that they puff weed?
And I'll give you two examples. The son of Obote, this Akena, used to have them, but when he went into a civilized... He comes from civilization, first son, but when he went to parliament, the first thing he did was to get off the hair, organize it. Bobby Wine.
Same thing.
So that alone shows the class you are entering into.
Oh,
so
you have to
my
have short
family,
hair.
my family is not a jungle where anything
Okay.
just oh yes. So my
Strong
foot is
body.
down, and if my daughter pushes, we'll call that rebellion, and rebellion means excommunication.
Hey, you excommunicate me
Exactly.
if I bring someone with hair.
No, I will talk to them because I won't blame the boy for having that type of hair. Maybe there was no parental advisory.
There was no
like
that one
what?
wasn't there.
Yes, so maybe he raised himself, or he was raised by compromising family, or a family whose values are not defined. But for us, ours are totally defined.
No hair.
No hair.
Okay,
No
but like
hair.
no. Okay,
I have
like
hair.
okay, so
Yes.
like no protective styles. Okay, but what if
What?
I?
No, don't call that a style. It is.
No, but that's how they call them. Like
Okay.
that's the terminology.
Their style.
Okay, their style.
Yeah, acceptable to them.
For anyone watching, if you are maybe considering taking one of the Mwesige girls, please make sure your hair is, you can have an afro that they can't hold it in a puff, so it can't be that long.
No.
Okay, you can
No,
have
it can be long.
no, you can have a big afro.
Yes.
My
afro,
brother
yes.
has big hair.
Yes.
Divine
afro,
has a lot
yes.
of hair. So long as you have your hair and you can keep it in an afro, if you want us, take the dreads off.
And again, when you come to my family, even before coming as a group in a convoy for introduction or whatever, I definitely have to have a one-on-one with you.
Without me there.
That's what I did to Alinda, you remember?
No, but you can't do one. I have to be there. What if you're going to be mean?
You can't be manipulative.
I'm not going to manipulate.
He is becoming my son, so I will, son-in-law, he is coming into a family. I'm the head of the family. There, it is just me and him. My wife not there, nobody there.
Oh.
We get our boy talk.
That seems a bit scary.
And introduction to our family, because you're going to be part of my family. You're going to carry my DNA.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So you must talk to me. You don't
They
only
must be on
want
the
my
hot
daughter.
seat,
You don't
yeah?
just want my daughter. My daughter, you can hear personalization. My daughter. Do they know how much I have invested in you?
Seems they don't know.
From birth to where you are talking of all this, and here comes somebody, anyhow, he doesn't
Oh
care.
my
You
God.
must know the
They
family
must
you're
sit in
coming
that hot
to.
seat.
We talk. Not in a scary, bad way. Who are you? No. I'm a parent, and then I guide. So some of the things maybe this guy missed or misunderstood.
You're making it clear.
And then we flow. And you can see, have you seen any issues between us and the Alindas now?
Oh no.
We are family.
Exactly.
We are really family.
So don't be scared.
So don't, but we'll definitely have to parent and advise. This is why we have this show, Parental Advisory.
For those of you maybe, like, guys, by the way, I just also want to debunk a few things. For everyone that was commenting, maybe Shana has her man she's hiding that has hair. People, please leave me. You see my dad. I've grown up with this this is in my blood and everything. No man with hair. Keep your nice neat afro. Dreads go away. Also no man until further notice. But for today though, we have a very interesting topic. We're going to be talking about strictness, punishment, and discipline. So how do you feel that that's where we're going?
It's okay.
It's okay? Okay, so for our advisory warning, I think the only thing we're going to be talking about in that is gentle parenting. But obviously, before I give you the definition, what do you think gentle parenting is?
I would bring that back to you. What is gentle parenting? Keeping you as baby, Shana, baby at 6 months, baby at 12 years, baby at 18. What is gentle parenting?
No, not like babying someone.
You see, parenting must have two sides. there has to be the fun part, the sweet part, the soft, as you put it.
I didn't say soft, but
Gentle. But there is also the hard part. Because I want you to know that children study parents.
yeah, they do.
They study parents very well. They know what a parent can and can't do. Unfortunately, in psychology, they call that the law of predictability. So they know how to manipulate parents.
Okay.
Yes. So they know which parent to go to in case I need this. I think dad will easily give me a yes. My mom, because in families we have, we have two sides. We have the soft and the tough.
But I don't think that's manipulation, though.
Which is manipulation?
No, it's not manipulation.
It is.
You just have to know, like you also know.
No, manipulation here, you know how to twist the arm. And you already predict. Even little babies. A baby will cry if nobody picks the baby. She keeps quiet. She realizes, or he or the baby, it realizes that that doesn't work. And I found that in the US. Did you know that in the US, babies don't sleep in their parents' rooms?
Yeah.
Even a one-day baby, 1 day old, they use monitors to hear the sound, the movement, the crying, and all this. And then they time when to feed, when to bathe, change diapers, and all this.
A bit disconnected, but
No.
I mean,
No. What? So those babies don't manipulate too much. Like here, you see parents.
okay, I think that we are moving a bit, of course.
No. So you're on parental now. You're talking.
No,
so
like,
these babies learn how to control by crying, by screaming, so if mommy is handling, mommy can also say, I will report you to daddy. And that puts the baby to order. So you see both sides, the soft and the tough. And if it's only soft, raising Shana to enter a very tough world, and you who is watching me, they raised you like you're a baby at 25, my baby. And the world will not treat you that way.
No, but I don't think that's
we
exactly
need
what it is, though.
Okay.
So I think let
let
me give you my definition here.
Go ahead.
So gentle parenting is a way to raise kids using kindness and understanding instead of yelling or using physical punishment. What this parenting style focuses on is teaching kids how to manage their feelings, and it also sets clear rules. Instead of just punishing bad behavior, it helps the child understand why the behavior is bad, why they shouldn't repeat it, in a way that they'll be sure to never repeat the action again, not because of the fear of punishment, but because of their understanding of wrong.
That is a Western unproved theory of parenting. Shana.
Okay.
This has been tried in the United States, where we have the most indisciplined children. I have seen missionaries or preachers come and they wonder how our children can sit in church and not move and not scream and not look for papers to be painting. It's like kids can attend because they have been parented well. I was in one hotel where there was a show where the US was trying to outlaw 0 as a grade.
Okay.
I'm trying to show you the soft side, which is actually Western, American, European, which is not working. And it's so bad that some of these things come and we copy them and proved and tested, and then we impose them in our society because somebody has written a theory that has not worked.
Okay.
So listen. So they were saying a child cannot get 0. So you get 0 and they give you at least 10 to motivate you. That is the soft way of which is not practical.
Okay. So we're actually going to enter our burning questions. And funny enough, the first question was going to be what your thoughts are on gentle parenting, but I think we've already got that. So I think let me ask a follow-up here. You and
the parenting must have both sides. And in the Bible we have the word judgment. Do you know what judgment is about? Judgment is a kind of reward. Reward for good
or for bad.
For bad. And we find this in society.
Yeah.
So Peter, my cameraman here, if he's absent, this will reflect on his salary. He will not get full salary because he has been judged. And the judgment is a punishment for not coming. So even God, judgment is, oh, you did this, okay, you did the negative. So there is nothing that is neutral because it is gentle, that you cannot. So if parents become too soft, they are raising a generation that is going to be a problem to others because, Shana, I'm raising you to be an employee or an employer, a wife, and a mother of somebody. So if I raise you in such a soft way, in a world that is so unpredictable, in a world that is not soft, in a family that is not going to take some of your expected. So are you going to tell your husband which words to use when he's going to say something that you did wrong? Oh no, you did not use the very, very correct word. You need to choose this word as you speak to me.
Okay, Dad.
So that type of softness.
Okay.
And being too delicate. And let me say this, parents, allow your children to even play in the soil so that they can eat that soil, get the germs, develop immunity. They are not soft. They are not toys. They are human beings.
Okay.
Not.
Let me cut you off there, Dad.
Exactly.
So I can see like you and your generation share a similar mindset that mocks gentle parenting, and you criticize it as being soft. But in a world that's already brutal enough, shouldn't a home be a safe haven of grace and proper communication rather than the first place a child experiences violence and rejection?
No, this is not a generational issue that our generation, humanity, I will say this again, I said this last time, even now, humanity is the same. Let me say, right now, we are seeing xenophobia in South Africa, people being pulled out and that. And that's the world. You're seeing war. So there is no softness.
Yeah.
And this is what my father taught me. And he may have gone, he may have been an extremist way beyond, but his intentions were to train us for the world we are entering, which is not going to be soft. And the words he would tell us every day is, I'm driving a car, can you afford? Do you know how they buy a car? Yes, you want to sit in a car. Do you know? Because there's a price for everything. And if we don't train our children to either walk, this is why we have a very lazy generation. They expect something to be provided. And Shana, do you see our generation that is toughened by the conditions we've gone through? We have created wealth.
And Dad, I understand that because of the circumstances that you went through, you and your generation, you're able to persevere and, to develop wealth. However, there are some arguments that I'll point out in the style of parenting, the traditional style of parenting, especially here in Africa, in which they use a lot of force and violence to to make children be disciplined, so they say. But do you believe that the traditional style of parenting enables children to develop relationships with their parents outside of fear?
It depends. It depends on how the parents do it. Me, when I'm going to punish, I will explain to you why. And I used to, Divine Khan, who had slightly more canes than you, and Sasha, I would bring
Sasha?
it.
Has Sasha even experienced anything?
I don't know. That's what so now you'll see, I would bring it in such a way that I would make him feel guilty. I say, you see, one of the things I hate is punishing you.
Oh, come on.
And now you see what you're putting me through. And I don't have a choice. Had you not done this, I would not. I feel so bad that I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Don't you feel like that's manipulating the kid, and that's going to scar them later on in life?
The kid would realize that what he did, he put me in such a very bad position to make a decision of punishing. And after punishing, the kid, Divine would kneel down and say, Dad, I'm very sorry to even have put you in such a position of punishing me. I will not do it again.
But that's just Divine.
No, this is why I'll tell you the truth. I have visited homes. I'm not where kids will not even greet. They have been given that softness. I visited a home. These kids are coming from school. They are going upstairs. We are seated in the sitting room, and they don't even come and say, hi, greetings, and they know us. I've seen kids. One day I was at the bank, and this kid comes and sits in a bank manager's seat and starts rolling. The bank manager is not in, because these days there are no doors. The bank managers, the things are open. So the security guy comes and says, you child, get out of there. This is for the manager. And the woman says, you, what are you talking about? This kid, how are you, how sure are you that the man I'm coming to pick is not for this child? This child is a customer. Yes, a customer is not supposed to sit in a manager's seat. And the mother and all the people that were there said, okay, raise him like that. And the kid starts screaming and,
Yes,
kicking.
I mean,
Wait a minute. And the mother is saying, no, leave my child alone, and she's justifying the behavior. When do you say no
but I think
to a behavior?
I think that you're misunderstanding and you're misconstruing the foundations of gender parenting. So let me take you back.
No.
Let me take you back to the definition.
How would you handle that child yourself?
No, let me take you back to the definition.
Answer me.
No, because obviously
Would you say it's okay, child, sit in the manager's...
No, you have to say move from there.
And
but
the mother is saying it's the right of the child, because
bad parenting, not necessarily
so there
gentle parenting.
So there is bad parenting.
Yes,
to you.
If you're not going to raise a child right. But let me first take you back to the definition. Setting the parameters back again. Gentle parenting focuses on teaching kids how to manage their feelings. That's how, if the security guard is to come and tell the kid to move, the kid will understand, okay, I'm doing something wrong.
And the kid doesn't, and the mother
doesn't.
But
it also sets clear rules. So,
do rules get obeyed or broken sometimes?
Well, yes, they're broken, but you set them, and you're also going to still discipline them with the clear rules that are there.
How do you discipline? To you, if you're to discipline, how would you do it?
Because now modern...
How would you do it?
Can I? Okay.
Go ahead.
In a modern day,
modern or not modern?
Now, how would you explain it? Because now the children of today...
Don't explain.
No, you have to first understand it.
Don't explain.
Because the first thing is...
My question is, how would you do it? Show me. Now the child is there.
No, you'd obviously tell the kid, move from there, come and sit here.
The child says, I'm not going.
You carry the child and you move them there.
And goes back.
But how if I'm carrying the child?
So you see, you talked of emotions. The child has
No,
a will.
yes.
The child has
The
a
child
will.
has a will, and you have to say,
So
and you told
this
them
child
that
has a
this is
strong
wrong.
will.
Yes, this is
A
still
strong
wrong.
will brings stubbornness. A strong will brings rebellion. So this child goes back.
No, but if
Like,
you're holding the kid.
do you know what happens in the US?
What?
Because they outlawed punishment. So a child, and you have seen me visiting schools and even speaking to children
Yes, and
in
I
schools.
understand that, but
Now one day, the teacher tells the child to go back, and the child says, I'm not. And the child also says, what will you do? Because there is no punishment.
no, yes, that's.
Do you see, even governments have courts of law that will convict you even if you convince yourself that what you are doing is right. Then they will put you in jail, whether you justify yourself, but for justice, they will put you out. Everybody can shout and say, yeah, no, they overdid it. But,
No, but I do
justice,
feel.
so even in a home, this is where we teach boundaries, the do's, the don'ts, the values
But you're
in a home.
No, but you're misconstruing this argument
Go
because
ahead.
gentle parenting isn't the lack of punishment. It's just.
Oh, so there is punishment.
No, it's just
how do you
punishment
give
without.
it?
It doesn't. Punishment doesn't necessarily have to be physical. That's where we're going. And you still really haven't answered the question that I asked. If you believe that the traditional style of parenting enables children to develop relationships with their parents outside of fear.
I love my parents. I support my parents. As you grow, you understand what they wanted to put in you. I didn't like my dad, but when I start enjoying all this, wow.
No,
he
but
did
you're
a great
not
job.
answering
Listen.
the question.
No. There is a difference between fear and respect, and it can be both. It can be both.
No, there's a thin line that divides the two, and I think sometimes people blur that line.
Now, what children, you Gen Zs want to show is that we are buddies. We are not. I'm your parent.
No, there's not that.
I'm actually not your friend. I'm your parent.
Yeah, there's not that we want to be like on the same level.
That's what I'm
but
trying
still,
to say.
Okay, maybe let me ask
So
another
the boundary
one.
is there. The boundary is there, and if you cross it,
Yeah.
even God puts there those boundaries. You cross it, you even have a conscience. That's what God put in you to convict you and convince you that you have crossed a boundary. So children must know that there are boundaries, and parents define those boundaries.
Yeah, but those boundaries can be defined
The word
without.
no.
Yeah, exactly.
No is the most anointed word. The Bible says, let your yes be yes, let your no be no. Parents must be strong enough. Let me ask you, even if I allowed you, can you move out of my house without parental consent?
No.
How do we do it at home?
No, you ask.
And then?
And if you say yes, then I go.
You go where?
Like, depending on where I'm going.
Do we verify where you're going?
Like, yes, you do.
Do we talk to, if it's a family, another family?
No, if it's like I'm going out with, like, let's say for a birthday party, then my friend's parents are going to call yours. I'm going to call you, sorry.
Who calls?
My friend's parents.
They call me.
No, okay, but let's...
No.
No, I think maybe we're maybe...
That's what I'm saying. And so, there are boundaries.
Yes, but those boundaries can be made clear
They're
without...
clear.
Okay, maybe let me ask another one, maybe.
Now, let me ask you. Supposing, Shana, we came home and we have no idea where you went. You did not tell anybody. You are missing. If it is friends, their parents didn't call us to tell us where, and we all agree, and we see who is going to be in charge. That's parenting. And you just come at midnight. This is me, Shana, I have come back. Tell me.
No, but like, you can't do that.
No.
No, just...
Supposing it happens. Supposing it happened.
No, but you can't make such a scenario that won't happen. No.
Now you see, you're asking questions from a well-parented kid. because you also know that that is totally undoable. So on that side, we can talk. We can have gentle agreements. You can even twist me. Dad, you see, we have this birthday, but Daddy, can you please? And you whisper it, because I know, I trust, you understand?
Yeah.
But if it goes beyond, that is where
No.
punishment will come in, depending on the nature of the crime committed.
Punishment is a bad thing inherently. It's just that punishment doesn't necessarily have to be like physical and beating, because at the end of the day, you're really, what you're channeling is more so fear than respect. So let me ask you a question.
No. Don't wrap that quickly. And,
no, what you're channeling is more so like fear and respect. Because the thing is that the same way you said that the way I'm asking questions comes from the fact that I'm well disciplined. You're also coming from the fact that you yourself, you're a gentle parent. And you know that that's true. But there are other parents who are more so rough and tough.
I am tough.
No, okay, violent. I think that's the word.
I am tough.
Let me change the word. Violent.
And,
so we're talking about it from that perspective. So when a child is to obey you as a parent because they're scared of the harsh physical punishment that's to come, do you believe that they actually respect your authority as a parent, or have you just conditioned them to fear you?
They fear me, but they're also still saved from the condition where they were going because of what would have come out. So at least my toughness has scared away a child from a mistake that would have taken place. So at least my child is safe for now.
And do you believe that that version of parenting enables children to develop relationships with their parents outside of fear?
No, you see, the punishment, it's not a daily thing that I'm punishing every day.
See, no, but you're talking about it.
No, what I'm trying to say, when you talk of a relationship is built on so many things.
But you also know that
a relationships,
one thing can break an entire relationship, and you know that to be true.
Oh yes. But and I think parents need to explain more. Let me put this out, because kids will value us more if they know our contribution in their lives. Do you know that some of these kids think these things automatically happen and it is their right? Supposing I'm not able, how sure are you I am not taking loans? But if a child doesn't know, he will still come and scream and compare. The other one came with this one there. So more communication should be made for kids to clearly understand.
No, but like...
And that strengthens the relationship. I know a family where the father was a pastor and really was not able. He was not earning anything. Struggled to educate these kids. Dropped out, one I think in senior 2, another one in senior 3. I met them in Kampala. They hated their dad with passion. And they said they will never. So they thought that was a punishment. How could he not? Others have continued. Then I sat with them. I said, now you're working. What do you think the income of your dad is? But because the dad did not share, so the expectations were higher.
No, yes,
and the hatred which followed. So I had to debunk their theory of, and their mom was not helping either. She was saying, oh, Tata wa Momokodo is mean. But he didn't have really, he did not. Like, so the moment they got to understand their attitude and the softness of the heart towards their father was restored.
Okay, maybe, but leave that.
So
you've still not answered the question. You know, I've asked you this question like 5 times, but you keep on moving around. Let me ask it one last time. Do you believe that that traditional style of parenting that uses harsh physical punishment to discipline these children enables these children to develop relationships with their parents outside of fear?
In a relationship, whether out of fear or respect, as long as they are protected, is okay to me.
So you believe that it's okay
Because I'm protecting my own child.
For children to not have relationships with their parents?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm protecting you from yourself.
Using harsh violence against me?
If need be, because if you are stubborn and you have chosen a way that, because, let me ask you, have you been my age yet?
No.
Have I been your age?
Yeah.
So do I know, wait a minute, do I know the mistakes people do at your age?
Yeah. However, have you been my age in this day and age?
Am I not in this age?
No, with the...
My question is, where am I? Am I in Mars right now and you are on the planet
but
Earth?
obviously you know.
When you talk of technology, am I not in technology?
No, but
are we not
different.
using the same systems?
No, but it's different.
What is different?
You see, being 18 when you were 18 and being 18 when I'm 18, there are differences.
Yes, but the body is the same, the thinking is the same. Temptations may differ because of more gadgets and other things that have crept in. And actually, the 18-year-olds of this generation need more stricter guidelines, because in our days, each family lived as a family. Today you have these apartments. This one is here. This is Mtoro, this is Mnyankole, this is Mchiga, this is Muganda, this is Musoga, and all of you are together. So how do you protect the values, the discipline?
No, but we're talking
about what I'm talking about.
Values and discipline,
then,
but we're talking about relationships.
Exposure, what you guys are exposed to. Phones, in our years, you would admire somebody, and he goes or she goes, you'll never meet her again. Today, can I have your number? One disappears, you can Google this person out. So there is more danger. So there is supposed to be more protection in this society. We have things that I never even heard of something called lesbianism in my age. That thing was not even heard of today. So are we going to be as easy, liberal, leave our kids to just, it's their right? No way.
Liberal.
I'm saving you from yourself.
No, but...
And from predators and from all...
No, but you're still moving away from that. Do you really think that the cost of that loss of a relationship between a child and a parent is okay, so much so that you should just be strict and violent with us?
Why should a child hate me for disciplining the same child? I'll go back and say, in disciplining, I will explain to the child why.
See, but that's you.
And this is why we are on TV.
But we're talking about this holistically.
Yes.
Think about it in the context of, in church you like talking about parents don't be generous in your home. Your children will. Now, these are the kind of parents that we're talking about. Now, okay, let me ask another question. Do you believe, because now there are some kids who sometimes the punishment is not fair, you're aware that their parents are like that. Now, let me ask a question. Do you believe that every time children were severely beaten or punished, that it was purely to teach a lesson each time? Or were there times that parents were just taking out their own stress and exhaustion and challenges out on their children?
Shana, I come from a family where I was beaten kiboko every day. My father was a disciplinarian. Daily. If we missed a day without kiboko, you would say, what happened today? Why was he doing that? He was a single dad. I wasn't raised with, so there was no mother in the home, and we were many, and he's raising us. So it was like a barracks. But he trained us well. We didn't hate him. I'll say this. He gave us opportunities, and every night he spoke to us. preparing us for the world. He will tell us how the world is like. He checked our books every night. You come from school, books on the table. You didn't do correction, he would write in your book, do your corrections with a red pen. And you know you're finished. The teacher will kill you because who wrote in your book? Now, when you see Pastor Solomon today, and then I have my other relatives, where the parenting was beyond soft. Leave the child alone. Oh, mwana wange tomalako mirembe. Don't. These children, the world has taken the peace away from them. And others will hate you for who you are, but they were not built the way we were. So parents, please. And this generation is more dangerous. Very deadly. Where you have, somebody will say, I love you, and they're going to harvest a kidney from you, and somebody is putting a no seriously. You understand what I'm talking about? What type of generation is this? How can we be more too soft? We have more work, and I thank you for this show, Parental Advisory. We need to advise the parents, and the kids that have been raised in a very soft environment because their parents started from a harsh, tough environment, and they have created the wealth, and you're saying, no, my child will not go through what I went through. They will go through it when you're not there because they are not built to handle. They cannot handle. They will surrender, and the people that were raised tough will take over. So there is no softness. You will even find this, Shana. Do you know that even in companies, in managements, even churches, there are people that are tough?
Yes, I mean, I know that that's there.
But again, do you also know, in homes where there are strict rules, workers work, maids work, where there is softness, you have to beg and pay at the same time. So it depends how you strike the balance.
Okay.
I know there are parents that are totally off. How can you ban your child for stealing or losing 500 shillings? And you ban his arm, or you whatever. We've seen those things. But punishment is not killing. Punishment is guiding, correcting, by inflicting pain so that this person can remember and say, if I do this again, I don't want to go through that. So there has to be something that causes you to remember. And that's even why the Bible uses the word judgment. Judgment is a kind of reward. For the good, heaven. For the bad, hell. So even God will not take everything so there is that fair balance. So don't be too rude and rough. You are not murdering your child. This is your own child. But explain.
Striking a balance, because you see what that balance is? Funny enough, that's what gentle parenting is. I mean, for those of you that are watching, you might be very surprised by this because maybe you know that my father is a very stern man and he's a very strict man, but he's also a very fair man. He'll explain why he's going to punish you before he punishes you, and that was very annoying when we were young, and it used to really irritate us because they're like, just beat us and we go. But it also enabled us to not, make certain mistakes again. It also taught us to be, disciplined when we feel like no one's watching, because you're also very creative with the way that you'd punish us, and I think it's interesting.
Talk about it, the locking you in that room alone. How do you call it?
Oh, time out.
Time out?
Because I was scared of the dark when I was young. I remember even locked me in the visitor's room and in the dark. But the light switch was inside. And I remember one time I switched on the light thinking that you won't find me. And you found me when the light was on. No, because when I talk about the way my dad used to punish me when I was young, I remember I used to have this habit of stealing sugar. So I'd get the spoon, got the sugar bowl, and I'd run and I'd leave sugar down. And he'd keep on saying it's me, but I would say it's not. I remember one time he hid in the kitchen. There's a store in the kitchen where you can go to keep the plates and a person can hide there. So I went to steal sugar and my dad just jumped out to beat, and I said, oh my God. And I've never stolen sugar from ever again, because I knew even when I feel like no one's watching me, you're there. And for other parents out here, obviously, this was some of these questions were given by people or children that have lived in very strict households with dictators for parents, parents that just beat them silly or that don't necessarily explain discipline. So for them, they associate, pain and all things bad with their parents. On the contrary, I know he has been mocking gentle parenting, but my dad's a gentle parent, by the way. My dad doesn't beat us anymore. I don't know when one day he just woke up and he changed and just started talking to us. I think maybe he found it to be more effective.
No. You discipline children from 0 to 5.
And then you talk the other...
You shape, you push, you show your toughness, the boundaries between 0 to 5. So it's by 5, a child is starting to move in a direction that has been set. So those of you that are waiting to start pushing at 10, the child has already determined to go that way. And you're going to be beating and pushing every day. So it's very, very important to start guiding. And this is why when you study kids' psychology and behavior, children at 2, they call them what?
Terrible twos.
Why? Terrible twos. They're already experimenting and stubborn and all. So you start, you must know how the children think, and then you start guiding, and then you set boundaries. Then, if you wait, those of you that are starting to chase your daughters at 15, why are you putting on this? You are too late, and that is where you'll get angry, overreact, and do things that are wrong. So I think that should be something that you can add on your list. Yeah, on your parenting. Yeah.
And for our final verdict, my final question for you: do you think being strict or maybe overly dictatorial over your children brings your children closer to you, or does it drive them away from you as a parent?
It depends how you do it. I've told you, my father, if you were not beaten that night, you would wonder what happened. It is either the compound, and we had a very big compound, almost 1 and something acres of compound with trees, leaves. My dad finds a leaf on the ground and no workers. Workers for what? Yes, we had maids that would cook, but the rest of the work, fetching water, washing the car, collecting firewood, in holidays, going to the garden, picking tea with workers. They pay them and they don't pay you. He finds anything which is not color green. This is why even today, our church compound is very clean. You come to my house, the compound clean, and the compound is there. I have to have a big compound because that's the environment I grew in. But then I also knew how to maintain, how to work. I remember you and Divine, when picking out leaves every day, there is a prayer you guys prayed. Can you?
Oh, we prayed that the trees would stop having leaves.
They should dry, yes.
It was so annoying.
Yeah.
We'd wake up very early, and this is when all of us used to live home. Not because of any kind of things of separation, no, because we grew up, so now my sister moved out and stuff. But would pick all the leaves, and it was a very group thing because we had multiple compounds, and then would go back and sleep, and then we wake up, and then like other leaves have fallen. Then you'd punish us like we didn't wake up to pick leaves. It was so annoying. But I mean, like we look back on it fondly, but still.
So my father pushed me on that, and today we have good compounds. Even at church, our church has a compound. I've gone to other churches where there is nothing.
Oh, Dad.
No zero. Yes, no. It's important. A compound must be there. Space. We have left doing other things to buy more space intentionally, because you want the space. But that was kiboko every day from my father.
I feel like that's still a bit excessive. Though.
Okay, but you are enjoying the benefits.
No,
Are you not?
I don't think maybe he needed to beat you
Oh,
every day,
yes.
but
tomorrow you have failed exams and you did not do corrections and you know you must do so, or you wrote, you did a lesson, and then you'd ask you, what is this? Christopher Columbus. Who is this guy? You must explain it. You fail. The question is, were you in class? Yes. You were in class, yeah. And the teacher taught, yeah. And you went home, yeah. And you don't know anything, yes. And you, what type of stupidity is this? So that was my father. And then in holidays, in those days there was no coaching. My father would bring teachers, even Reverend, in the Catholic sect, there is a group of people called brothers. They are not priests, but they are religious people, that order. He would bring them for coaching. So he wishes you well. So a child of a poor guy who did not have access to coaching is number 1, and you're number 15. Hey, we are going to explain now how you get all these privileges and you become number 15.
Okay,
and then, so my father, I would say, pushed us. Another extreme, I showed you how much distance I used to walk. 7 miles every day. And there is a car at home and my father is going the same way. He would say, you have never come to the level of buying a car. Once in a so he bought us umbrellas, no excuse of rain, a lunchbox, so you have eaten, sweaters for what is cold. Today, when people are doing outreach on the street walking, I am there. Very comfortable. Dust. You go to dust now, Shana. You not survive.
You make it seem like I don't also do these things with you sometimes.
Sometimes, but now this dust that we have right now, you'll get a problem. I
get like what? But anyways.
No. What I'm trying to say, he pushed us, and today, I totally appreciate him. If I hated him, I would be evil because I'm enjoying the fruit of his discipline.
Okay, but.
And many other. Actually, my father would also say, if you fail to do, I see potential in you, you will be able to help others. Hey, so am I helping others today?
Yeah.
Where does the seed come from?
Your dad. But just to ask a final question, like holistically,
yes.
Do you think being too strict and unnecessarily violent to your children brings them closer to you, or does it drive them away?
Kids will come to me because the punishment is for a reason that is known.
No, not you. Dad,
yes,
parents,
now, parents, okay. Parents, explain, talk to your children. And some people say, are you stupid? No, you have not said anything. How do you judge my stupidity without making a statement? Make a statement and define the rules of the home. Because each home, for us, everybody knows we are a Christian family. And I have told my children, you know our scripture, my scripture, and why God has put a calling on our lives, and every blessing we have is because of that. Everybody knows that. And this is why we are not like others. If others are getting it that way, for us, it is because of this. So let those foundations be defined. Let histories be there. Don't say, when the child is talking to you, you give a child a phone or an iPad to play games. No. Say something. I do a kid show, what kids say. I've asked some children, do you remember anything your father said? Say, nothing. He gives me a phone. He gives me a remote. A remote is not the parent. So, talk to these kids. Let them know some bit of history. Do you know that you Gen Zs don't even know what happened in Uganda in 1960? But you know what happened in France, you know what happened in Germany, you know what happened in...
You're the ones that sent us to those schools that teach us those things, but...
No, what I'm trying to say is that home we should be able to help people know. Parents, get the time to talk to your children. They will appreciate the Uganda we are in today. They will appreciate what is available. They will even think of investing and building more here than comparing a civilization that has been there for hundreds of years, like the US and the other guys that came, colonized us, took everything, and now we are starting and we think we are failures. So parents go through that. Even simple history.
Yes,
how was it like before Museveni came to power? Do you talk so that kids get time, talk to your children?
But aside from that, still, final question: do you think that it brings the children closer to you, or sends them away?
If my child is not rotting in prison for crimes.
Dad, but don't beat around the bush. Just answer. Do you think it brings them closer,
Yes,
or sends them away?
It brings them closer. And they will appreciate me more when they grow and realize what happens to those that were not helped.
And that's your final verdict?
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us in today's episode of Parental Advisory. For everyone that sent a very specific question for this topic, I tried my best. I wish I would have told you that my dad himself is a gentle parent, so maybe you wouldn't get the exact reaction from totally strict, totalitarian parents that are just beating their kids left, right, and center, because really that's not what my dad believes in. Someone even gave me a scripture to give in case you decided to say that the Lord says, obey your mother and father.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know that the scripture continues to say that fathers, don't provoke your children to anger. People were so ready. But, I mean, should I say sorry for disappointing you that my dad, believes in great relationships with his kids and...
Yeah, don't take me back there now.
No, let's not take you there because you'll start. Maybe we'll do that another episode.
Yes.
But thank you so much for joining us. Feel so free to... watch KSTV. If you're watching it and streaming it on YouTube, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, leave questions in the comments or topics that you'd want us to explore on. Feel free to DM me with topics and questions that you want me to ask either my dad or my mom. A lot of people had very interesting things to say about my mom's episode. So if you want, you can even ask and say, I want to talk about this and this with Pastor, and even send me your list of burning questions. And I will... something
like spare a rod and spoil the kid.
And you've started, Dad. Let's not go back
there.
No,
those are all part of...
Let's not go back there. But, so Dad, for people that want to find you on social media, where can they find you?
You're my manager. They find.
So his TikTok is Shana Mwesige. Please feel so free to go like his videos, and your Instagram. You're very active on Instagram. Dad's an Instagrammer, by the way. And Facebook.
TikTok, I'm just starting.
TikTok is just starting, but Instagram, Facebook, Solomon.
Actually, I will start official on Monday.
He starts officially on Monday.
Yeah.
But you see, he's even giving you guys the scoop. He's starting.
Yes.
Now he's going to move from Instagram. You're going to become a TikToker.
Yeah.
We're going to see you dancing and whatnot.
I've been on TikTok unofficially through KSTV, Good News Church. Big following on those platforms, but not as me. So on Monday, I will officially become a TikToker.
Oh, Dad's posting
not dancing, but...
no dancing?
No dancing.
Oh,
but I will wave. I'll shake my head and,
You can shake your head, shake your body.
Just the head.
Just the head?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the most that we'll get. You can follow me on my social, Shana Mwesige, everywhere. Thank you so much all for watching this interesting episode of Parental Advisory. Until the next one, bye-bye.